Hey there, viewers. This is the ODDyssey House with two D's because it's odd. There's one of the sides. This is going to be a tour of it. I said that I will try making the video of it today. And it's today. And what I mean by today is tomorrow from, yesterday. Now let's get to it. There's a pool. This is 1,649 square blocks, which would be 17,000 square feet according to the square meters. And this only has 14 rooms, and this is on the top 5 biggest houses right now. There's the entrance, the mudroom area. There's the other section, but we'll go back to that later. There's a master bedroom. There's that weird light. There's a TV area. I decided to, make the flooring more exposed, so less rugs. Now there's a little hallway around this. So there's the back deck. I do not count the patios and the balconies as the room count or in the square footage. So it has 14 rooms plus several balconies. Now there's a master bathroom. This is the first and only carpeted room in the house, and it's a bathroom. That's why I call it an odd house. There's a toilet. I made sure it didn't go around the toilet though, because that'd be messed up. There's a shower. There's the sink. You could tell this house could have been made in the 70s based on the carpet. There's a swimming pool area and a place to look outside. This is 33 square blocks bigger than the family house. And back in the 70s, how they used to make condos, they would put carpet in every single room because it was cheaper. Until you realize the carpet had a bunch of mildew all over it. That's why you don't do for-profit housing, because it just doesn't work. It's like eating cereal with a fork. It won't work. But there's a kitchen. There's the island. There's a fridge. I used shulker boxes. So for a while, only this room was completed. So this project, I started it way before the family house and finished it after, because I have the habit of starting something, then taking a very long break, then finishing it. But hey, it's finished. There's this little pillar, a painting. This has the shape of a modern house, but instead it's switched up. But there's the smaller of the two bathrooms. Well, it's a 3-bathroom, so 3 bed, 3 bath. There's a bathtub and shower combo. Some could mistake this for a Halloween themed. That was not the intention, but I could understand that. Now there's the double sink and the toilet. This is a bathroom for this floor. And now we go to the big room. This is the dining room segment. Oh, working ceiling fan, by the way. It's a different variant. It's a cloning one. There's a piece of furniture I added. Then there's a ping pong table. Oh, there's a Great Dragon Palace over there. I made a video on that. This works. I might do a tutorial on that. But this setup was complete, except the fan was not a working ceiling fan. I should enunciate better. Working. There we go. There's the TV area. There's a pool table. And there's just a random patch of mangrove I decided to add, because I can. And now we go up to the other part of the second floor. There's a railing. There's this. There's a third balcony. I added some furniture. As you can tell, I done this unique floor pattern here, so I think that's pretty neat. And there's a view. I learned about, how to count square footage, the correct way that is, and you only count rooms that are fully enclosed. And unfortunately, it does not include the garage, but I'm going to include it anyway. Or anyway, that is. There's a little hallway before we go into the 2 bedrooms. This is the younger sibling's bedroom. This is not real life, by the way. I just made up characters. That way I can sound like I have a life. That part I'm joking at. But I did make up character names though. So there's the bed. There's the other stuff. There's a rug. And the gaming setup. Now we go to the bathroom. This one's interesting. Instead of a carpeted flooring, ceiling fan in the bathroom. There's a bathtub. The shower, this is, made a little bit weird because it's kind of cramped. And also, fun fact, this is the only house where it uses stalls for the toilets. So there's multiple toilets in a singular bathroom. The only house that is structured like that. So there's plenty of things unique. The only house with working ceiling fans like this one, at least on this wall. The only one that uses stalls. The only one with a carpeted bathroom. Just those small things. There's the 2 sinks. Now there's the older sibling's bedroom. There's the girl's bedroom. You might think this is a boy's bedroom, but hey, she just likes blue. Nothing wrong with that. There's a gaming setup. There's another light setup like this. There's a bed. There's nothing much to that. This also turns on and off. Then we got another room. A few more rooms actually. But let's go to this. There's a flower bed over there. I decided to add this for detail because I ran out of ideas and decided, why not do this instead of a boring patio setup? But then there's some skylights over there. I swapped out the boring, plain glass for this. But then we go down to another room. This is the same floor as in this one. By technicality, because I said so. Because it's kind of between 2 different floors, so I'm gonna call it a subfloor. Or, just put it in one floor. There's a lava room. It's nothing much to that one. You can tell I went all out with a prismarine and the detail. There's some, quilt designs, you could say. There's another pattern on the wall. There's not 1, but 2 ceiling fans in the garage. There's a sports car, another sports car, a lowrider. It looks kind of ugly. There's a fire truck, and 2 motorcycles. There's all the colors displayed. I made a mistake on pronouncing that. It's cool though. There's some workbenches and some more lights. Obviously, these turn off. There's another thing. The garage door. There's even more ceiling art. and it leads out to this. So, that's pretty much the tour. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a nice day. See ya.